If we see 6 Lings come out of Violet, they're obviously going to go straight for the Destructible Rocks at the 3rd. If we see him stop at around 20 drones, he's going to be going for that Roachling all-in on this map. So, Rob, why don't you introduce our players over here?
Sure. Up here in the upper right-hand corner, here on Tal'Darim Altar, playing as the red Protoss, this is Evil Genius's Huck. And his opponent down here, lower right-hand corner of the map, repping that blue Empire, our Zerg player, Violet.
All right, so now it's really going to be seeing what Violet wants to do. He's going to be the one that's really driving this game because if he opens up with a 3 hatch, which you can do, you can even take your hatch right here and eventually just add on a macro hatch later for optimal mining. But it is not it's not the same as like a Daybreak, because this is a lot harder to hold. Daybreak, you have that kind of crescent on the left and right side of the map. On this map, you have kind of the triangle, and it's very easy to get caught off guard here, especially if your opponent's attacking on 2 fronts. So
and we were talking a little bit yesterday about whether or not it's just more advantageous that instead of taking the strange third bit, like instead of dealing with the rocks, or instead of taking one of those far third bases that's like, you know, a little bit, well, obviously you wouldn't take that one because your opponent's actually so close, but if you took the one towards the left of his base, that maybe it's just worth it to go and try to take like another main or somewhere sneaky that just hopefully they don't scout it at all, and then they won't be able to respond to that.
Right.
Because really you're automatically in, like, you're at a guaranteed disadvantage taking any of those other thirds. You're either losing mining time, or your opponent knows where it is and it's going to be easy for them to attack.
So Violet did open up 15 pool. He's going to try to get this hatch down. He should have enough space to complete that. Huck will not be able to delay it because he did scout top left first, which I'm not actually sure why, because you only get cross position, as far as I know, on MLG Tal'Darim. But regardless, the hatch goes down. Oh, and Huck is going to be a bit of an annoying play here, walling off with the 3 pylons and opting to throw down the Nexus. A little bit later, we're going to see 1 cannon come down so that it can shoot this hatch. Well, we're going to see more than that. Yeah, so 2 cannons going down, 1 that can defend properly, 1 that can take out that hatchery. And if you go to Violet's view, he does see it now as the Lings move forward. Oh, but they...
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Scoot by.
Oh, Huck. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Huck is
in a world of hurt. Oh, man, that last pylon, or that last cannon I actually think just died.
That is, he thought it was a complete wall off. You could even see the desperation pylon go right afterwards. And Huck is not feeling good right now at all. This is not what you want to do in a tournament. It's not the way that you want everyone to really see you kind of fall apart after a very long and agonizing first game. Going into match 3, Huck is going to be very, very emotional.
Ouch. Okay, so what are his options here?
Well,
you know, do you just rush DT? Like,
well, I mean that's like max desperation as a Protoss in this matchup, and all Violet has to do is just get down his evolution chamber for that +1 roach, and then he'll have spore crawlers able, and eventually lairs. So, if I'm Huck here, I go for 6 gates right off the bat as fast as possible and try to put some hurt into my opponent, because we can see Violet did get a lot of Lings out early on. And he's going to be using those to take a very quick third. And it's going to be Daybreak all over again, but with Huck behind severely with the very late Nexus because of those 3 pylons and the 2 cannons trying to be warped in.
And one of the biggest things here, too, hurting Huck, was he was supply blocked for so long. Because, I mean, all 3 of those pylons finished.
Yeah, yeah.
And he lost, I think, one of the cannons. I'm pretty sure one of them didn't get canceled. So that's just like, oh, man. Really painful. Although Huck's, you know, Huck's not one to bow out early. Still gonna fight using all of his Huck heart.
Yeah, and Violet's just going to be going for the same thing. I mean, you see him already getting the 2 gas, 1 at the main, 1 at the natural. It's looking very, very similar to what we saw in the last match on Daybreak. So we got to see what Huck's going to be doing. Is he going to be getting a +1 upgrade? That would be very indicative of a huge warp gate play. But even then, he's got to almost cut corners right now. Okay, so he's going to go for Stargate and try to utilize probably some Void Ray and Phoenix.
Man, but is Violet going to see it?
You know, if he runs up there, he will see it.
Yeah, absolutely. But is he going to see? Was that a second Stargate being thrown down too, to the left of the? No, just
no,
kidding. That's a pylon.
And Violet's being careful. He sees the fact that there are 2 cannons with this Overlord, and the gateway is, or excuse me, the Stargate is right in the pathway that Violet has not scouted yet.
Oh wow!
A very quick lair coming out, and we see the Roachborn going down as well. So once he sees something from that Stargate, he can just. He's got 3 hatcheries, or at least 2 hatcheries right now. That can produce a queen. He can just make 2 extra ones and he'll be nice and dandy. First unit out of this gateway, or out of the Stargate, will be the Void Ray.
So we see that Violet is already preparing. He does have his Evo chamber being built right now, and he is droning just so hard behind this. And wow, he actually still hasn't seen the Stargate. So maybe that sentry is going to be able to kill the Overlord before it gets out there and gets this information.
Yeah, Violet believes that it is safe up here on the high ground, but I think he's about 1 pixel off to be able to be not seen by that sentry. So it is going to go down.
Huh.
And the first Void Ray is out. No Overlords in this direct path, but there is creep, so we will see it plenty in advance to be able to do something about it. We already see actually 2 Spine Crawlers going down, as well as a very quick Spire. And once you get enough mutas out here, I'm sorry, but the Phoenix upgrade is not going to help you enough, because once you get that many Phoenixes out, you're just going to be able to do a tech swap to Roaches, and your opponent's going to laugh at you.
Uh-oh. Alright, so now there's nothing really out here to help this queen right now. He doesn't have... actually, let's see how far away that first Spore Crawler is being built at the third. No, okay, he actually still hasn't started building one at the third just yet. He's got 3 buildings simultaneously. Oh man, 1 is taken down. Oh, and he has that fully charged Void Ray. But he does already have a Spore Crawler moving over from the second base. Fortunately, that creep spread is just really doing Violet wonders right now.
Right, right. And the other the other Phoenix just kind of flying around doing some damage. Right now, this Void Ray is only being an annoyance. We see Roach speed even coming in, so he'll probably get 8, maybe 9 mutas at max, and then immediately go for a huge Roach swap, tech swap with that, and probably just go straight over to Huck's natural, as he is getting the Roach speed. So, fire complete, and what units will we be seeing? I would think Muta, but you know, you could go for Corruptors, you could just go for a very quick Hive.
Oh man. So, I mean, I guess that Void Ray did, like, alright. I guess it was what
it did some damage, yeah, because the Spore Crawlers weren't cancelled, so Violet did lose some money there, but...
And he also killed a couple of them as they were building, yeah.
Right, right. So, 52, 64. Huck is somewhat catching up. A lot of Phoenixes here. But like I said, here are some Lings. They're going to try and deny the third base. Not that many units for Huck here and a lot of sentries. So all those force fields will be used in about 10 seconds right here with all these Lings.
Exactly 10 seconds. Here we go. The clock starts now.
Yeah, there you go.
Man. Oh, wow. Very nice force fields. Using that 1 pylon to just finish off that wall. Being very cost efficient in killing all those Lings.
Yeah, the thing is that, sure, he killed all the Lings, but Violet was able to scout everything, maybe even getting some probes in the main, but those sentries are now very low on force fields, even losing 1. So with that count, it's just going to be that much more of an annoyance later on when Huck really needs those force fields to get some big attack. 4th base actually started for Violet. And
that's a lot of Mutalisks out for Violet as well. His first group of 10 finished up. The 4 also finished up shortly behind that.
Look at the creep spread, actually.
Yeah, Violet's pretty sick, man.
Violet is already halfway across the map. Here are those Phoenixes. Look at them just get completely obliterated by those mutas. And you'll probably see him get a huge amount of mutas, and then he will not produce any more, because it gets to a point where mutas are not really the finishing unit for Zerg. It's really going to be those Roaches. So he'll get up to about 20, maybe go as far as 30, and then you'll see him tech switch back to the Roaches and really finish up his opponent.
So there, I think we just saw one of the Mutalisks go down there. I think it was a bit of a trade. I do believe he traded for 1 Phoenix there. But of course, now knowing that all those stalkers are out in play, he can't stay as active with the Mutalisk as he'd like to. He's going to be swinging around the right side. This well-placed pylon from Huck is going to give him the information that he needs. But that group of Mutalisks is actually just really not... I don't know how he's going to deal with that. Oh, wow. Huck with the sickest cancels as soon as those volleys are just about to come out. Man...
Yeah, but I mean, Violet can do whatever he wants with these mutas now. He can deny the third of Huck for so long. Without Blink, it's really going to be troublesome. The Twilight Council is about to finish here. The Ling's running in over to a third base to try and see if it's alive. He's going to be able to take out the probe and the pylon. And Huck simply could not move out. And here are those mutas now getting in. If he's smart, he could be able to focus down that Twilight Council, and that's exactly what he's going to do here. He's going to be able to take it out very easily. A lot of mutas actually being lost, flying over those stalkers. But the Twilight Council goes down, and with that, the hopes of Blink anytime soon. Oh no, now he's going to lose the sentries. Huck can just not catch a break in this match.
Oh man, he's losing a lot of gas just left and right. Really, he doesn't have any way to hold on to map control at all.
Messing up with his rallies, man. He's lost a lot of mutas here as they're trying to rally.
He's like, you know, I have 24 of them. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine. I don't need them all. It's all right. I already got your Twilight Council twice.
Yeah, there's an. He's got a third one being built as well. Let's see if we can. Okay, so it's over here in the main. The Stalkers should just sit on top.
That was a fake Twilight Council. Now Violet's gonna think that he.
Right.
Think he's gonna stop Blink.
More sentries. Once all those sentries are gone, that's when you're gonna see the Lings come through, and that's when you're gonna see the Roaches probably come out. We're seeing actually +2 flyer attacks here for Violet coming out. Huck is getting very upset. He's got to try to get his third base up and running. He looks like he's given up on... No, he has not, but he has not... Okay, there we go. Blink coming in. So many mutas out on the map for Violet. Already up to 23 and a bunch of Lings here. And, oh no. He's going to be able just to waltz right in. Okay, the Stalkers are in position to create somewhat of a wall, but it's not going to be enough. Huck's actually supply blocked for a short second there. Violet is all over Huck right now. I mean...
Yeah, it's a really tough spot for Huck to be in. He's trying to get in that Templar Archives, but, I mean, getting it out in time is pretty much just not going to be able to happen. Really, Violet's just knocking his door. He's got too much out there. Man, that beginning of the game really set the pace for Huck there.
Yeah, and that's a shame. Huck, maybe it might be in other map versions that is actually a wall off.
I think it was just like one...
It was like one hex, yeah.
One hex too high.
Yeah, and
I think that one more down.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I think you're right.
Or he could have placed that the cannon that was on the right side on the left side just to finish blocking that off over there instead.
Right. So Violet's got to be feeling good about that. 2-0ing Huck here. Now we will be playing the third match, and it is going to be on Cloud Kingdom.